something major is happening behind the scenes in Washington and it affects your personal data. Well, the Trump administration has just made an urgent request to the US Supreme Court that they want Elon Musk's government team, yes, the tech billionaire himself is involved, to be allowed access to extremely sensitive information from the Social Security Administration. This includes social security numbers, medical records, tax details, and even banking information. Well, what's going on here and why is this a big deal? Let's break it all down. But before this, if you are a social security recipient and new to the channel, please subscribe for more news and updates on social security. Well, now, what sparked this battle? Well, earlier this week, a federal appeals court ruled that the Department of Government Efficiency or DOGE, a new federal agency led by Elon Musk, does not need access to people's personal social security data in order to do its job. The court sided with privacy advocates who said the government was overstepping its bounds. The Trump administration strongly disagrees. On Friday, they filed an emergency application asking the Supreme Court to reverse that decision and immediately allow DOGE access to the data. Well, they argue that the lower court's decision is seriously interfering with urgent federal work and that it's limiting the president's executive authority. Well, now, why the Trump team is fighting back? Solicitor General Dijon Sor, who filed the request on behalf of Trump administration, didn't hold back. Well, he claimed that a judge who issued the block, U.S. District Judge Alan Holder, had no longer a basics to do so. Called the decision sweeping and said it's harming federal efforts to modernize government systems and detect fraud, waste, and abuse. He also argued that Americans gave their data to government agencies knowing it might be used by other departments and that it's now being unfairly locked away. Well, now, what's at stake? The data DOGE wants access to isn't just simple records. It's highly personal information that millions of Americans assume is protected. Judge Hollander blocked George from using this data over a month ago, and the administration says this delay is damaging. They call DOGE's work time sensitive and say the agency can't do its job properly without full access. But privacy advocates and the courts aren't convinced. What did the appeals court say? The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals reviewed the case and sided with Judge Hollander in a 9-6 decision. The panel made a powerful statement. They said Americans have trusted the Social Security Administration with their most private information, believing it would be strongly protected. The court emphasized that DOGE hasn't shown any strong reason why it needs full access to names, medical records, or financial details, while in fact the court pointed out that DOGE can already work with anonymized or dedicated data information where personal details have been hidden. They stated clearly that this has always been the way federal agencies carried out similar work, like upgrading systems or spotting fraud without invading privacy. Now lawsuits are piling up. DOGE has only been in operation since January, but it's already facing at least 11 lawsuits, most of them accuse the agency of violating the Privacy Act of 1974, which controls what federal agencies can collect, store, and share about US citizens. Well, and this isn't the first time DOGE has been blocked. Back in March, another just stopped them from accessing sensitive data from the US Department of Education, the Office of Personnel Management, and the Treasury Department. Well, it's a pattern and it's rising eyebrows. Well, now, what do Americans think? Public opinion on this issue is divided, but not in DOGE's favor. Well, according to a recent NBC News poll, 47% of voters view DOGE's work negatively, and 50% of voters have a negative view of Elon Musk himself. Well, so not only is there legal pushback, but there is growing distrust among the public too. Well, now, what's Elon Musk saying? Interestingly, Elon Musk has announced that he plans to step away from the role in the White House soon to focus more on his business like Tesla and SpaceX. But he says he's confident that DOGE mission will move forward even without him. Well, now, what happens next? The Supreme Court has now asked attorneys representing union groups who are trying to stop DOGE from getting the data to respond by May 12. Well, until then, the legal tug of war continues. Will the highest court in the land allows DOGE access to America's personal social security information, or will privacy win out? That's a question mark. Well, that decision could change how the federal government handles your most sensitive data from now on. Well, stay tuned because this is a developing story and that could impact your every single American. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next update. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video.